Welcome to One Zone Man, a very special series with our very special boy Lemonhead. We finally made it out of the green Elwyn hellhole, but we've found it replaced with a white one instead in Dunmoreau. New quests to complete, new items to collect, and a brand new dungeon in Gnomeregan to explore. Join me in my journey to complete every zone in Classic WoW one at a time. Rules for the series can be found in our rules episode or in the description below. Let's get to it. Hello and welcome to One Zone Man. We're back with some degen goodness trying to escape Dunmoreau. This episode's going to be focused pretty much purely on Gnomeregan and how we actually go about completing the dungeon. There is actually quite a lot to unpick here, and I did know this dungeon was going to be a bit of a problem. Let's dive into it though and take a look at what we need and where the main problem lies. So let's start off with the bosses. The only bosses we need items from in here are the Viscous Fallout, Electrocutioner 6000 and Thermoplug. For Viscous Fallout, we already have the Acidic Walker Boots, but we will try to pick up the other two drops from this boss in the Hydrocane and Toxic Reaver. Not exactly mage drops, but I can equip them and I can solo this boss fairly easily, so why not just pick them up. From Electrocutioner 6000, it's kind of the same as Viscous Fallout, where they aren't really mage drops, but it's soloable, and I may as well grab what I can use, even if it is just helping with the weapon skill grind in the end up. We have the Spider Tank Oil Rag, which is a trash cloth bracer, the Electrocutioner Lag Nut, which is a trash ring, and the Electrocutioner Leg, which is a trash sword. So even though it's all trash, we'll still pick them up. Now the big boy in Thermoplug. Unfortunately we can't solo this guy, so the only way I'm killing him is in groups or in some duo runs that you'll see in the episode. We need two items from here in the Charged Gear and the Electromagnetic Gigaflux Reactivator, which will now be known as the helmet from here on out, because fuck saying that again. The Charged Gear does get random stats applied to it when it drops, so we need to pray for some intellect stats on that one, and the helmet is only a 9% drop rate, so that could take a while to get if we're unlucky. Now none of these are really that much a big deal. The helmet might take a while, but in reality it's not that long a grind. Now the main issue, there is one zone drop that is for our class, which is the Hot Shot Pilot's Gloves. As you'll see on screen, the drop rate for these is not good in the slightest, but in the new rules video that I released, I did set mega rare item drop rates to anything above 0.01%. In hindsight, that's a bit of a mistake now. I'm actually trying to get one. I took this drop rate from the Zone Lock series that Lord Nabo is doing on retail, and if you've never checked out Nabo's content, then I'd suggest you give it a watch because it is very good. He's doing something similar but not quite as restricting as my rule set. Anyway, he's got a level 30 monk that can clear out trash in dungeons very quickly because of the scaling in retail, and that is just wildly different to classic. So him being a level 30 monk is basically the equivalent of me being a level 60 mage and trying to clear out Gnomeregan, so it is a big difference. It's reasonable for him to be able to kill thousands of trash mobs to get drops, but that's not really so much the case for me. I'm a level 40 mage in a dungeon that I'm just over leveled for, so it's a pretty big difference. So in summary, let's look at some options that I've got. Firstly, I think it would be reasonable for me to change the set percentage of zone drops in dungeons to 0.1% instead. I think killing 1,000 mobs in a dungeon on average is reasonable for me to do, and it's still a big time commitment to leave a zone. We also need to look at how I manage the items that are below this rate though, because I don't want to just ignore them. So I've got a couple of options that it would be good to get people's opinion on in the comments about how to tackle these rare dungeon drops. In the options, I'm going to refer to mob loots instead of kills because of the way the mob tracker I have works. It only counts a mob if you actually loot it. So if I kill a pack of 4 Dark Iron Dwarfs in a group of 5 people and I only get the loot for one of them, then it will only count as 1 on the tracker and not 4. So, option 1. I loot 1,000 mobs that can drop the item I'm hunting, which is the equivalent of the drop rate that I'm setting for mega rares. And if I don't get the drop, I move on to the next zone. Although I don't want to forget about the item, so every time I trigger a zone roll, I would need to go back and loot another, say, 250 or 500 for every zone rolled. That way I keep trying to get the drop, but it isn't so many kills that I'll be stuck doing the same dungeon over and over. I do like this idea, but at the same time, it might get a bit tiresome going back to Gnomeregan to try and get such a rare drop. It would get easier though with every zone I get stronger in though, so it wouldn't be too bad, hopefully. Option 2, I'll loot, say, 2,000 mobs that can drop the item in hunting, and if I don't get lucky, I can then buy it from the auction house. In this example, the gloves are currently on the auction house for almost 375 gold, so it would be a significant outlay. I know 2,000 moblets isn't exactly the drop rate of the gloves, so I'm counting on being lucky to get them, but it's a fine balance between keeping the series going and just being stuck in Gnomeregan for potentially months. Option 3, which I maybe don't like too much, is doing, say, 50 to 100 runs of the dungeon, and similar to option 1, I do like 10 to 20 runs for every zone roll. This would be much harder to track other than basically doing a manual counter, and it doesn't really lend itself too well to drop rates, I don't think, but if people in the comments think this is the way to go, then I'll do it. There is also the problem with this as what you then consider a dungeon run when I can't actually solo the last boss in here. I do have a rough idea what I would count as a dungeon run for it, but it's probably not my favourite option. And after laying them out and kind of speaking about them, definitely between option 1 and option 2, I think option 2 is quite good in that, you know, I would just be totally done with the zone. I don't need to go back to Gnomeregan, but then I'm kind of opening up some more buying stuff in the auction house, but it is a lot of money for an item that is just going to pretty much get replaced at some point anyway, so I don't really know what one between option 1 and option 2 I think I like the best, but definitely open to ideas. That's all I can really think of with it, but any other ideas are welcome. It is a bit annoying, I did the rules video recently and I'm going to need to change it already, but until I actually experience certain things, that's probably always going to be the case. Anyway, like I said, any thoughts in the comments would be great, but let's get on with some clips. Not a lot in this one because we pretty much spunked our load in the last episode, but there's been enough yapping here at the start to carry us through the video, I'm sure. And there we go, so starting off the episode with a Hydro Cane, we are going to try and whack through the boss drops. I do have a group here that's building up, but we are doing some soloing while we're waiting those guys, and it's not really ideal because it is 2 clothies that are in here that might steal the head from the last boss, but we are going to try and do a couple of boss runs while we wait, and hopefully we get some of this stuff down. Wow, and already we are done with this boss. The Viscous Fallout is complete. We have the Toxic Revenger, so we can potentially use that dagger to get stabby with our weapon skill. And there we go, we have got that, looks not too bad, and we of course have the staff for that underwater breathing, you know, all that underwater content that we do. So this group is full as well, so we can get going with a normal run hopefully, and the only drops that we can solo now are from the Electrocutioner 6000. So we can get those ones knocked out for sure. Let's fucking go. We are on it with these boss drops while we wait on this group getting here, but that is the Electrocutioner's Lugnut. So just one more item to get from that boss and we are done with this. And then we just have, I can't get anything from that one, so just the helmet from the last one. Oh, turns out I must have missed this quest being in Stormwind, but we have got another one here for the mechanical guts. So their guts have been taken and we have a new set of gloves that is an upgrade. I'll probably use them. The spirit's nice, and yep, no, we can't do that quest, buddy. But aye, that is a quest off the list that I didn't even know was on the list, so maybe better double check some of that stuff. And aye, there we go, a new set of gloves, more intellect. It is less health, but now that I'm not doing PvP, I'm not really too majorly concerned about the health, and the spirit will be nice for some of the solo stuff. So there we go, big upgrade. And the helmet did not drop in that run in Gnomeregan, which is unfortunate, but we will keep grinding for that when we can. And of course I don't have OBS open when I go to record this clip, and I've actually looted it, but there we go, that is the last drop from a boss that we need, I think. So let's just double check here. Yes, we've got all three of these. We've got all three of these. So aye, that's it from any boss that we can actually solo. This mace and boots are of no interest to us. And Dark Iron Bastard. Oh, this is a rare creature. Okay, I need to actually find out. No, I don't. Because I don't actually need any of those. So there is a rare in here somewhere, but we don't need any of that loot. This boss as well, we don't need that. So basically that is us, apart from the last boss where we need this 9% chance helm to drop, but there is absolutely no way that I can solo this boss. So I pretty much just need to wait for a group to come up. Bit rough, but aye, for now I guess I just go in solo until I can make a decision on the mega rare zone drops and see if we just get lucky somehow. Yay. So we were just killing these outside of the dungeon before we go in to do a quick run, and the magic mantle dropped. I did not win it, unfortunate, but aye, I don't really need it. So aye, someone else can get the gold benefit off that, but I think it's just so funny seeing that item drop off of normal mobs when I used to get it in stockades all the time. So grats to the druid. And there is the first 200 weapon skill. Hopefully that is the only one we need to get in this zone, but it may well not be. We could end up getting to level 41 at some point. Hopefully not. I don't know. I really can't make my mind up what to do with the zone drops, and I think I'm gonna, even though I've talked about it at the start of this video and gave some options, I'll probably just need to make an executive decision this episode just to keep the series in this episode moving along a bit, because if I don't make a decision and I get the helmet very soon, then I'm in a position where I've got every drop, but I don't know what exactly to do with the zone drops after that. So I will just need to make a decision on that one, I think, at some point. And here we go. This is it, the final wool hand in. So any wool I get now, I can make some bags and get the extra bank slots unlocked. I can at least unlock one more and get a lot of this guff out of my inventory. but aye, not too bad. And you'll see here we have got a friend in the party, a level 41 from the guild, so we're going to try and duo our way to the last boss and see if I can get myself that helmet. So hopefully it drops, and well, hopefully we can even get there in the first place, but we'll see. Hopefully it all works out well, but you might just see the next clip I am dead walking back to Gnomeregan. Okay, so here we go. We actually did make it to this boss, and I'm not really too sure how this is going to go, but we'll see. I'll probably just keep the recording running here, and I'll blast these bombs as they come as well. But oh, look at that. That is rough. So I don't know what the best thing for me to do here is when it comes for me. That's a really good stun. Hopefully I can keep this going. I'll try and catch this one with a cone of cold, and we do. I don't know how much damage those bombs are going to do. That is a lot of damage. Oh my god. Hopefully the paladin can survive here. And knockback is a bit rough, and then it does come for me. But so far it's okay. Oh god, I can't let these bombs get close. Okay, I'm kinda dying here, but he is going to heal. So I should maybe just stand and do some damage, and then if I get knocked back, then he gets that. Okay, and then we can do that. I think this looks doable. We're doing it. I don't want to evocate just yet, I don't think, because he might not back, but I don't have any mana, so let's just do it. Let's just evocate here, and he is running away from that bomb. Let's go and try and save him. Okay, so yep, he's not back and he's on me now, which is fine. I can ice barrier back up and get away from me. What I can do as well is I've got ice block, but there we go, it is fine, and the left arm drops, which is very sad. This helmet is going to elude me, but those are nice legs, but the frost damage is probably good on my current one, so I think we'll just greed it. We'll just greed this. And yep, there we go, I won both of them. Perfect. That is 1 gold 35 silver though for looting that, not too bad. And aye, it is doable. So thanks very much to the guildie. I think we might do some more of these and get that last boss farmed out a bit. So I'm a bit stuck for what to do during the day just now while I decide what I'm going to do with the zone drop that I need. But just got a BOE blue from a chest. I'm just doing some chest runs. There's like a couple of chests really close to the entrance. So yeah, I've just been doing those until I can kind of decide what I'm doing, or until I can get some more runs to the last boss, because obviously it's not very active, and I did just get rejected from a group because of my level, so it does make it a bit difficult. But aye, for now, just doing some chest runs, and hopefully that orb sells okay. It looks alright. Healing spells increased. Shadow spell damage looks like a perfect priesty offhand. So shit. Yep, I better run. So let's go run out of here, reset again, do some more chest runs, and I'm kind of doing this as well in the hope that I maybe pick up a couple of upgrades as well, potentially, and try and get some of this gear replaced to make everything a bit easier in here. But we'll see how it goes. Good start to the chest runs. So decided to hop back for a bit, but I am going to purchase an extra bank slot for 10 gold. Next one is 25. We could afford that just now, but we did get a 10 slot bag, and that just opens up the bank a little bit for me, gives me a bit more space, so I don't need to hold on to all this stuff just now. So we will put all of these Noma drops into the bank that we can't send over to alts, and that just frees up a bit more room in the inventory. So let us go and try and see what this blue sells for over here as well. Pretty big, getting some extra gold. I would like to get all those bank slots unlocked in this zone, but I'm not going to make it like a hard requirement to leave. So 15 gold at the moment, so we'll take that. We'll stick it in for 14.50, and hopefully someone picks that up, because it is quite a nice blue. Not too bad at all. Alright, so here we go. We did manage to get the Mossy Boy in one of the runs, and it's, you know, it's not that exciting. It's just one of the quests done, and we get a really shitty, trashy ring out of it, plus 110 Iron Forge and Gnomeregan Exiles rep. So, that's another quest done. We're still hunting the helmet. We've just done a full run there with no helmet. And I think I might actually need to get the ring as well. But the annoying thing about the ring is it just lands with random stats on it. So it'll be like the ring of the bear. And then it'll have like strength and stamina on it. So I really need it to roll with something that is gonna suit me. So I don't know when that will happen, basically. Just trapped in this shit dungeon like I knew it would be, which is unfortunate because it takes so long. Yeah, it's just all a little bit rough. And if you look at that, yep, there's like no space for me there, so I guess I'll just go and do some more mob grinding since I've got nothing else to do. With my dual partner again, hopefully, let's see it. No, it's the left arm again. Not good. That is just a bit rough, and the green that is dropped as well is rotten, so yep, there we go. We still need to keep going for this fucking helmet. No way. The end of this silk band era is here. Finally, we actually get a head that's green. No way. Silk band in the bin. Look at this. Oh, look at the hat. Look at the hat. We are a hat boy. Look at it. Oh, that is so bad. I think we'll probably be hiding our helmet from now on. That is not good. This is part of my intro clip, but I'll need to just interject here and put this in as a clip in the video somewhere. But there we go. We got a large knapsack. So that is an extra 2 slots in the bags. Wow, look at that big upgrade. Holy shit. We'll just ignore the resurrection sickness up in the top right hand corner, but what we're going to do is actually buy another bank slot. Because I got that 12 slot bag, I think it just makes sense to buy it now, put this brown sack in, and I mean I've got 50 gold just now. There's no real reason for me to hang on to that gold at the moment. I just have no other reason to use it other than this. So the next one will be the 50 gold mark, which we will get eventually, but there we go. The bank is looking a lot better now. Loads of space in it. We will get this fully upgraded, and we've got some stuff to sell off as well. So all looking good, and I think that blue I got earlier managed to sell for a massive 3 gold. I thought it was going to be like 14 gold at first, but there you go. That is just the way the cookie crumbles with the blues sometimes. So yep, there you go, 3 gold. Wow, amazing. Please, Thermopug, please plug me up with this helmet. I am so sick of not having it. Or even a ring that is statted for me, and I win it off this fucking priest. Please. It was so good, and I'm also been using this dungeon pretty much just to train my weapon skill. Get back over here, motherfucker. Come back till I staff bash you. Please drop it and please win it. Of the eagle. Oh, we take that. We take that. We need that. Please. Please, for the love of God. Please, 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 please win. Please win. Please. Please. Oh, yes. I'm actually so happy about that. Oh my God, we just need the helmet. We just need the helmet. Oh my God. Praise the Lord. Technically this is better, but I think needing it on it. You know what? Nah, that priest is needing it. We'll give it to the priest. Oh. Oh my God, I can't believe it. I've got an upgrade. I can get rid of one of these Azores Wells. Oh, look at it. Yes. Man. Holy shit. I'm so fucking happy that's done. We just need the helmet off this boss. Oh my God, it's so good. It's so, so good. But aye, there we go. We are done with the ring. Not done with the boss. We still need to go. But, oh, that is so good to get one of them knocked off and I don't need to worry about it. Ah, very nice. Here we go. Another duo kill with my boy Afenya. Or maybe it's just a fiend. And he's making a big comeback to get me not the helmet again. This helmet. Very sad. So I think that is my 10th kill. Which is unlucky, but we'll get it one day. One day we will get this fucking helmet, please. Well, it's not exactly what we're looking for on the dual run, but we do take the both of those. They are upgrades on what we've already got. I'm pretty sure I can take that ring and that cape. So let's whack this on. And yeah, that doesn't look too bad actually, and we should be able to equip this ring. So 2 rings from the boss now, so we definitely have completed the rings. We just need to get this helmet. Hopefully tonight is the night, and I get it before I can release this episode, but if not, then it's just unlucky, isn't it? We have been farming this boss, and I think that might be like kill 13? 12 times we have killed it and no helmet. But I also don't know if that is counting, because like this add-on counts loots rather than actual kills. So if I haven't looted the boss and just rolled in the gear, it might not count it. So it could be more than 12 for all I know. I don't know. But aye, we are still going a bit dry on this helmet. Well, may as well put it in for the content, but it looks like I'm going to wipe on this last run that we're doing for the week. I don't know how the fuck this happened, but aye, I don't even know. This run back is brutal as well. So aye, there you go. We get to see a big massive wipe for no particular reason that I can really make out. I don't even know how that happened, but yep, wiping in Gnomeregan is so good. So this is it, the last boss of the week. Can we get the helmet finally? And this group's actually been quite good fun, minus the big random wipe. We will blame the hunter's pet, of course, but hopefully the helmet drops here. Don't think anyone's going to need it here unless they want to troll me and actually just ninja it for the content. So hopefully that doesn't happen. Hopefully it drops here and we are the big winners at the end of the episode. I do not see it though. I am only going to imagine that I will continue to go dry on the helmet for the end of the video. So here we go. Let's go. Spamming Frostbolt. What a class. And we will smack it with a staff for the end. Please give me the helmet. No, of course not. So there we go. We already have this ring. And yep, unfortunate, no helmet again. So I'm probably just gonna wrap up here just to get the weekly episode out. And obviously the main focus has been on what we're actually going to do with Nomer in terms of the gloves, but we've got a couple of options there. We'll see what people think in the comments around it, but aye, there it is. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.